Guess what time it is? Friday Jams! Well, hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Rock Your Brand Podcast. I'm your host, Scott Boker, a serial entrepreneur on a mission to help you. This show is designed to teach you, to inspire you, to motivate you to take massive action and build a future-proof business. So, whether you're just starting out or taking your existing business to the next level, this is your home. Now, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's rock your brand. What's up, everyone? Welcome to this Friday Jam session. Super excited you're here. And if you haven't heard me say it before, I'm going to say it right now. This is probably one of the highlights of my week because I get to hang out with some cool people every single Friday and answer some really awesome questions. Now, you might be asking, Scott, how do I get my question answered? Well, all you need to do is become part of our Take Action crew. How do you do that? Very easy. Head on over to takeactioncrew.com. It's totally free, and we do it every single Friday, and it is a blast. So what you're about to listen to is one that we did last week. So this way here, even if you can't attend, you can always show up here to the Rock Your Brand podcast and listen to our live jam session. All right, guys, so sit back, relax, and let's jam. All right, guys, welcome back to another Friday Jam session. I'm fired up to be here as always because I'm hanging out with some pretty awesome people here live. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, well, you're listening to it as a recording, and that's fine. That's why I'm putting it there. But if you want to be part of our live Friday Jam sessions, head on over to takeactioncrew.com. Again, that's takeactioncrew.com. And you can join us over there. We'd love to have you. That's where we get to hang out every Friday, but we also hang out on Monday and Wednesday. Same time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And we answer questions. And today's question is all about, when should I start running Facebook ads in my brand? All right. We talk about organic traffic. And organic traffic is really, really good because it's more of the long term or the long tail. Right? It's kind of something you plant the seed and then it gets indexed by Google or Pinterest or YouTube or wherever. And then you get that traffic coming in every single day, every single month, and it just keeps repeating. That's beautiful. We love that. But that can be a slow process. So I'm a fan of doing that. It's actually what we talk about in Brand Creators Academy. We always want to set the foundation. We always want to be planting seeds. Okay. We never want to rely on one traffic channel. And we would never want to just depend on Facebook ads as a traffic channel because Facebook can get cranky. Pinterest can get cranky. It has. Any of the platforms can get cranky. Amazon can get cranky. We all know that, right? So we never want to bank on just one traffic channel. But there is a time and a place for using Facebook ads. And I love Facebook ads. To be honest with you, it's a way that you can literally just turn on some traffic instantly and get eyeballs on whatever you want to show people. Okay. But when you're paying for ads, you have to consider this. You're spending money, so you need to make money, right? Now, one of the things that people think is, I'm going to run a Facebook ad even to a product. Let's say that you're selling a $20, not even a digital product. Let's say a physical product. And that costs you $5 for fill it. You got $10 in profit. That means you only have $10 to spend to acquire that customer, right? Now, if you have other things on the back end, that's where you'll make the money, okay? That's why I always talk about building a brand with a product line or a suite of products or offers, maybe even affiliate offers. Doesn't matter, okay? But a lot of people only look at that one thing. The other thing that you can use Facebook ads for is you can build up your own email list so you have a little platform, okay, a little channel to make offers to, okay? So we actually taught this inside of the email list building fast track workshop. All right. There's a whole Facebook ad section there just for this topic that we're talking about right now. And I'm a big believer because I don't have good patience as far as like sitting there, like waiting right? Like dropping in a piece of content, waiting for 4 months before I can see if I'm getting traffic, right? I want to do it. I'm going to keep doing it, but I also want something that's going to give me instant gratification, because we all want instant gratification, where I'm going to be able to pay for eyeballs. Okay. And I'm not talking about, building up your likes on your Facebook fan page. I would never suggest doing that. The reach organically on Facebook is going down and down and down. Like the last I just heard this the other day, like you're lucky to get like 1 or 2% reach on your audience. So if you have I think we have like 25,000, maybe even 30,000 on the Facebook fan page for Rock Your Brand. And I mean, sometimes you'll put a post out there, you'll get 3 comments. So that people aren't seeing it. But what I can do is I can take that audience of 25,000 and I can tell Facebook, hey, I want to spend $5. Will you put this in front of more of my audience? And then they'll say, sure. Right now we could sit here and we could, be mad at Facebook and say, how dare they do that? It's their platform. They can do whatever they want. And honestly, to get in front of those people, to spend $5, pretty worth it. To say I'm going to put $5 in and I know that I'm going to reach the right people, there's a huge value there, right? So I'm not upset with them for that. Do I wish that we could still organically reach people? Of course. And you still can at times, right? That's why consistency though, right? If you are, going on Facebook and you're posting something daily, you have a good chance to start getting in, the feeds of your people. The more that they touch it, the more that they interact, the more that they put an emoji, a heart, whatever, it also lets Facebook know that these people want to hear from you, but it's still not going to give you full, reach. It's just not. They're not going to do it because they want to charge you for it. Okay. So back to, how do we use Facebook ads? So I look at it this way. If you do not have an email list and you don't want to wait, 6 months to build an email list to 500 people, then I would just start paying for, ads. And again, that's something we teach inside of the academy, but it's also what we taught inside the workshop, the email list building fast track workshop. You build up a lead magnet, right? Something that people want. You build a landing page, and then we get eyeballs. We drive traffic. Okay. And that traffic is coming from Facebook. Then what we want to do, we're going to spend money to build that list up to 500 or 1,000 subscribers. And then even if we don't have something to sell them yet, I have a base of traffic that I can send weekly or 2 times a week or 3 times a week if I want to, and immediately get traffic to my website or my blog. That increases my chance, or my chances, I should say, of selling an affiliate product because they go to my blog post, or maybe they're going to buy a t-shirt off a Teespring, or maybe they're going to buy one of my products that I sell on Amazon, or maybe they're going to just land on my page and now I'm going to get credit for that impression from an ad network. So that list of emails, I wouldn't say just build your list to 20,000 subscribers, just keep paying for it and have nothing to sell them. I would not say that, but I would say up to 1,000 subscribers, I would pay for. Okay, without having anything, because that's going to allow me to, number one, have people in my market that I know that are in my market that are potentially going to buy something from me. I also look at it as it's a way for me to ask them direct questions. I mean, we literally did this. We also taught that inside of the academy, is what we call the naked email, where you will send out this email just asking for feedback. Like it's literally, as simple as writing a paragraph and asking a simple question. And Matt, who I was just on a hot seat call with one of our BCA members, and he did this, got over 50 responses from a list of I think it was just under 3,000 subscribers, and got over 50 replies. That means 50 people actually typed him an email back and said, I need help with this. And then all of a sudden you start seeing common themes, and then you're like, okay, maybe we should create a solution for that, right? And then it makes the product creation even easier. Then you go to the email list and you go, hey, we just got a whole bunch of great ideas for our next product. We're thinking about doing these three different products. Which one do you think we should do first? Then you survey them, and then they vote on it. And then once they vote on the winner, then you take that one and you go, well, this is the product we're going to build. Who wants to be part of our first 25 people that go through this new guide? If you do, let me know and I will send you a link and you can get it for 75% off what we're going to offer it to the public. Boom. And then you pre-sell it, right? That all happens with the email list because I bought the traffic. Okay. I bought the traffic. Now, that's one side of it. Okay. Depending on where you're at. The next side of it is, let's say you do have a product. Let's say that you have a physical product or a digital product. At this point, it doesn't matter. I like having a digital product here. So that way we don't have to worry about inventory. Because that's one thing I want to say here. One thing, and I said this to Ken the other day, one of our other Academy members. We had a hot seat call and he was building this funnel out and his front end is working really good. His front end lead magnet was a free lead magnet, but he had nothing on the back end to sell them. So we were thinking about what products, and he has physical products and he's working on a digital product. And I said to him, I would rather you plug a digital product in there first, then make an upsell to a physical product. And here's why. It's really important that you understand this. Let's say my front end lead magnet is converting at 30%. Perfect. Great number. Okay. Then on the back end, let's say that I have a physical product that I'm offering and that's converting at 10%, which would be amazing. Okay. Now I got this thing cranking along. You know where this is going, right? I run out of inventory. I don't have enough of this thing. Now my funnel's broke. Well, I can add something on the back end, but I don't know if it's going to work. Now I got to go retest everything again. I got to switch that offer out. Why not build something that's evergreen in a sense? And if we get the front working, we get the back working with another digital product that they could buy, and then preferably a little bump there, a little digital product bump, then a physical product, right? And then once they're on the email list as a buyer, okay, and a lot of people they have physical products and they're like, I can't sell digital products. Why not? If you sell a fishing lure, why can't you sell a guide on how to catch more bass? And then on the back end, you sell them your lures or you sell them your tackle. Okay. So if you're running Facebook ads to a free lead magnet, in the very beginning, you're doing it to build your list. But immediately, once we start to see that thing's converting at 20 to 30% on the front, we immediately want to try to plug something in on the back. And it doesn't even matter what it is at first. I mean, we want it to be good and useful and we want it to be aligned with the lead magnet, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We just need to plug something there, because then once we can start to recoup some of that ad spend, now we've got a machine that brings in a lead. It gets paid for by the offer on the back end. And then we immediately have them on our email list for a discounted rate or even free. Now we can start thinking about longevity as far as how are we going to market and make offers down the line, right? So when are you ready to start running Facebook ads? Well, number one, if you don't have an email list yet, I would encourage you to run Facebook ads to your target audience and put a lead magnet out there that they want, that is going to help them, and then start building the list. And I would say do that for up to 500, or if you have the budget for it, do it up to 1,000. Okay. And you can do it also with a giveaway. We've done it before with a giveaway, and we did it where we built a list of 9,000. I think it cost us like $1,400, right? Now, is that as good as a lead magnet? No, the quality will be less, but it's still good. But you're going to get them for less. In the Academy, we've got numerous members that have built lists for, I mean, they're paying like 16 cents an email address. We had it where we were at as low as 13 cents at one point. But when you have the list of 9,000, then you go, okay, after the giveaway, how many are active? Well, let's say it's 7,000. So now we brought that down, right? And then let's just say that we cut the list in half with everyone that's really active on it. It still cost us sometimes less than if we just started with a lead magnet. So there's pros and cons. If you don't know what your lead magnet is, but you know that people would want this thing in your market, run a giveaway, start building that list. You'll do it quick. The second thing is the lead magnet. And if you can start with the lead magnet, that's where I would start, because the quality is going to be better and it gives us the option to upsell them something on that thank you page. All right. Now I know I went on a little bit of a rant there on all of this stuff, but there's really two sides of it that I look at when you're running Facebook ads. One, are you building an email list because you don't have one right now and you want people to be able to visit your website, visit your Facebook page, visit your YouTube channel, like wherever, you instantly will have a list that you can write an email and hit broadcast, send, and then it'll send it out to all those people. Like there's nothing more powerful in my eyes than that. is having the ability to do that. I don't have to rely on Google. I don't have to rely on YouTube. I don't have to rely on the podcast. I don't have to rely on anything. I just drop an email and hit send. Okay. So that's first. Second thing is when you start doing that, that's when you have to start asking yourself, what am I going to put in front of these people that's going to bring money back? Right. And that's where it comes up. Like, what do you have right now that you could bolt on the back of that? If you don't have something, then we need to start thinking about that. And actually inside the academy in the month of November is going to really be digital product creation month. If we really want to get down to it, I'm going to be doing a workshop also, a fast track workshop, which all of our academy members are going to be a part of. So that's happening in November because that's another piece. We just did the email list building fast track. And now we want to start thinking about, okay, what could I offer these people? So if you have the list, we can ask the people, and then we can build the thing, or we already know what the thing is because we know our market, and we can start building that, and then we can launch it to the list, right? So it just works in that order versus starting the other way around. At least that's the way that I like to do it. So just to recap here, and then we're going to open it up to some Q&A, all right? So when should you start running Facebook ads? Well, number one, like I said, if you are brand new, do not have an email list, but you want to start reaching people in your market to send them over to your blog, your website, to your current products, whatever, then I would pay for ads. Even if I didn't have a back end offer yet, I would still use ads to build my list to 500 to 1,000 people. Okay, that's first. Second thing here is if you do have an email list already, that's even better because now we can take that list, upload it to Facebook. We can retarget those people or create a lookalike audience, and that's probably what I would recommend. But now I would say, okay, my lead magnet converted pretty well. How do I bolt something on the thank you page that can recoup some of the ad spend? And then from there, I can start to, offer these people things in the future. All right. So that's when I would start running Facebook ads in those two scenarios. So hopefully this cleared it up for you. Hopefully this got you thinking. Okay. Where are you? It all depends on where you are in the journey of your brand build. Okay. And that's really what it's all about. All right. So let's open it up for some Q&A. And again, if you're listening to this on the podcast and you are going to listen to this Q&A round, well, you can be part of this Q&A. All you need to do is head over to takeactioncrew.com, takeactioncrew.com. And if you are interested in Brand Creators Academy, well, depending on when you're listening to this, we are open right now. And if you're listening to this later, we'll be open for applications. Doesn't mean that we'll be fully open, but if you go to brandcreators.com/join-BCA. Okay. Join-BCA. All right. So that's that. Now let's get to the Q&A. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Kate said, oh no. She goes, no sound. And then she said, is it just me? And Salma says, yes, I can hear him. Whew. You just gave me a heart attack, Kate. Try logging in and out. Okay. Divine. Hey peeps, what's up? That worked. Oh, cool. So Kate's back. Awesome. Okay. So what would be considered too long a runway for marketing a workshop? If it is a month out, would people forget or would it create anticipation? I'm going to pull a Chris Schaefer here. It depends. All right. If you're going to promote a workshop where you're going to help people do whatever, right? Then you better stay connected like every few days, letting them know how it's going, right? Like, because you want them to be part of that. If you just say, hey, do you want to sign up to a workshop? And they're like, yeah, I'd love to. And you're like, all right, cool. It's on this date and it's a month out. And then you don't come back and go, hey, yesterday I had about an hour and a half to start working on the first part of the workshop. It's really, it's coming out really good. If you have any questions on it, let me know. And if you haven't grabbed your spot yet, right? So you're serving both sides, the people that are waiting and the people that haven't joined yet, right? So you kind of want to be doing that stuff. I think personally, 2 weeks would be a good runway. I wouldn't do a month. I don't believe. Not unless it was like this big thing. 2 weeks is probably enough. Okay. Let's see here. When you record live or videos, is your light? Oh, okay, here it is. Okay. When you record video, is your light at a 45 degree or right in front of you? Actually, this one right here, you can't see it. It's right here. It's literally flat. I actually have a video on YouTube that I shot of my entire setup of how it looks. Salama, you might want to check out the YouTube channel and you'll find it there. There's a whole setup there. The light is literally, it's a little softbox that goes over my main light, and it's flat, and it's about 18 by 18. It's about that deep. So yeah, do not overthink the lighting. Do not. Good morning, Karen. What's up? Rainy there, huh? That stinks. Let's see. When would you offer an ebook for a low amount instead of creating a mini course for a little bit more? Whatever you can do the quickest. That's the way I look at it. I think a mini course is going to take you longer. I think an ebook or a guide is going to take you less time. I think that you should do whatever is going to be the easiest, because here's the thing. If you do the guide, you can always follow it up with a training, with a mini training, right? So example, the playbook, right? The playbook is like 5 or 6 episodes of the podcast is really hour long, like 6 hours worth, right? This got turned into that from those recordings. So I started that way. Then we basically built everything out in Brand Creators Academy to kind of follow along with this playbook now, right? So I would start with the framework in a guide, and then I would go into a mini training. That's how I would do it. Would you recommend setting up your own Facebook ads or hire someone? In the very beginning, I think everyone should probably learn how to set up their basic ads. Again, Chris goes through that in great detail. Salama, I think that you're part of the email list building fast track workshop. There's a whole hour, almost hour, like 45, 50 minutes on just that, right? On just that. So you have access to that. Just go through that, watch it, and then go through that. Like, do not overcomplicate those ads either. That's the other thing that people do. You don't have to overcomplicate that part of the process. Oh, can you remind us what the BCA link is again? Yes, I can. Actually, let me do that. It is brandcreators.com/join-BCA. Okay, so brandcreators.com/join-BCA. And also, what I am doing is I am offering for the first 10 people that join on Monday morning, I'm going to be doing a private coaching call with those people. And I did something else, which I'll give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes here. In my email on Wednesday, I basically talked about Brand Creator Academy a little bit and just some different things where people are stuck and struggling, and how we're all about just simplifying it, don't overthink it, get it done, and also have accountability and surround yourself with the right people. And then I just briefly, like really, really briefly, just mentioned, if you're interested in being one of the first 10, reply and excuse me, put in the subject line BCA action taker, and I will send you a link an hour early to give you a better chance of grabbing one of those spots. I did that. People have to actually write back to me, which people will click a link before they'll write back. So you get really, really low engagement there, right? And I had no idea. I think right now we're at 9 people that already said, BCA action taker, send me the link, right? Now, these people didn't sign up yet. It's a good chance they will. They will be getting early. They'll be getting an early link, right? Before I actually send it out at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're interested and you haven't done that yet, do that. Kate, I think you already did do that. I think I replied back to you. So again, it's something that we're doing, obviously, to encourage people to do it now. Like, don't wait. You probably want to join. If you do, just jump off the fence, get in. There's no risk, right? It's like, if you don't like it for whatever reason, just let us know. And we'll take care of you. But basically that's all I did. So again, if you guys are interested, if you're listening to this after the fact though, on the podcast, just go there. There will be an application button there. You can click to apply there. And then from there, we'll get back to you with number one, if you're at the right place right now to join, if you're the right fit. And then the other thing is when we'll be sending out those private invitations, because that's the only way that you'll be able to get in at that point. But right now, if you're listening to this and you're listening to this live and you're with me on this Friday jam session, Monday, October 26th will be the day that we open to the public, and we'll be doing that for the rest of that week. And then we'll be closing, and we won't be doing it that way again. Okay. So again, I don't know how I got down that rabbit hole, but, but I did. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, cool. Yes, Derek, thank you. Don't forget to take a sip. Thank you of my coffee. If you guys are listening, you guys can't see me, but I have coffee in front of me. This is a coffee talk, a jam session, but I didn't take any coffee. Here we go. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Derek, how much would you spend on your initial Facebook ad? I keep hearing $5 a day, but that seems expensive. No, $5 a day is not expensive. It's just a small number when you're getting into the ad game. You could be spending $50 a day. You could be spending $500, $5,000, $10,000 a day. They'll spend it for you. They will spend it, and they have the audience to do it. $5 a day, the way I look at it is like if you went to Starbucks and got like a frappuccino of some kind or one of those fancy drinks, you'll spend $5. So instead of going there, spend $5 on an ad, and then from there start to build your email list. Right? That's the way I look at it. But $5 a day will get you started, and it will also allow you to test. So we don't want you to just start with, $20 a day, because you need Facebook to learn the market that they're targeting for you. So there's a learning phase there. And Chris goes through that in the training, Derek, inside of the academy, but also inside of the email list building fast track workshop. So $5 a day is $150 per month or more. Yes. But that's why in the initial phase here, if we're building the email list, we have to think about it. The email list that we're building has value to it. So if you spent $150 to get a list of 500 people, that'd be amazing, because that list now is, you paid $150 for it, but it's your list. You actually recruited those people because you put the offer out there, the lead magnet that's attracting the right people, repelling the others. And now you have this base of people that you can use for years, right? So it's an investment. Like, people don't realize that what we're doing here is an investment. It's an investment in our business, okay? So yes, it can be $150 a month, but it doesn't mean it has to be forever. And then that's why as soon as we get that list going, we want to figure out what could we sell them on the back end? What could we offer them that could get that $150 back, right? That's what it comes down to, Derek. Iva, what's up, Iva? One of our BCA members. Hi, Scott. How would you start narrowing down what I need to do for my digital product? Should I take same approach for lead magnet, looking at competitors? Yes. Or for yours, Iva, I know what yours is, and I won't say it here publicly. It might just be more of what they just got. And yours is perfect for that. They got 10 of this, offer them 30 more. There's your product. There's your digital product, right? That's what I would probably do. And we did that in the photography space when we were doing the digital downloads. You get one free digital download. We offer you, 10 more. That's, people don't look at that as an opportunity, but think about the supplement world. You buy one bottle, get another offer for, get 3 more for the cost of one, like something like that. Let's see. When are you doing the digital product creation workshop in November? Don't know yet. I'm going to guess probably, I'm guessing here, probably the first part. Like, I would say like within the first 2 weeks. We still have to nail down the date. Right now we're going through Brand Creators Academy. So because of that, actually, let me pull it up on my calendar here real quick, because I don't know the date off the top of my head. So the 30th, which is going to be is it Halloween? No, Halloween's on the 31st, right? I always thought it was the 30th. Anyway, so we're closing the 30th. We'll probably take a week off. So it'll probably be the following week. It'll probably be the week of the 14th, I'm going to guess. But we still have to talk about that, Chris and I. And we'll be doing that. So anyway, yeah, that's that. Charles, what's up? Oh, cool. This is a great question. Is there a minimum monthly time commitment? Example, 6-month minimum for BCA? No, it's month to month, or it can be quarterly. Now that we're offering a quarterly option now too. And then there's a yearly. So there is no minimum monthly. Now, with that being said, are you going to jump in for 1 month and be able to build out your entire business and, start making thousands of dollars? No, I would never be here to tell you that, but that would give you a great foundation. Our idea here is, we want to work with you month after month to help you grow and build your business and connect you with other people that are doing the same, so you can learn right alongside them. Because I can't stress how important it is to be alongside people that are actually doing it and not just sitting on the sidelines. I talk about that a lot. I talked about it on a coffee talk recently. I walked and talked and did a Facebook Live. People are on the sidelines. When people are in the game, we start to learn what's working, what's not working. For Giants last night, nothing was working. They tried play after play after play after play. And then Daniel Jones ended up running for a touchdown and tripped and fell. And that was kind of funny. That probably would have been me. But you see what I'm saying? Like, so there's a commitment on your part. Are you going to put in the time and effort? If you are, great. Then you're going to do awesome and you're going to fit right in. If you're just going to come in and kind of dabble, like, we want commitment because we know that if you do, you're going to get results. That's all there is to it. You have a much greater chance of getting results if you actually do stuff versus just consume stuff, right? So as far as like, is there a commitment, a minimum monthly time? No, but you will do better if you kind of grow with us, right? And that's what it's all about. So, but no, you can come in for 30 days and go, not for me, and then just leave. We don't like that, but yeah, you could. And honestly, they call it churn, where people actually will join. It's very, very, very low, like way below standards of, as far as like what the market normally is, right? It's like ours is super, super low. And that's because I think we are doing a great job to deliver great value, a great community, and great support and great training. That's what I think. What books would you recommend your children to read if they wanted to be entrepreneurs? The Take Action Effect. That's the one right there. There's the book I would say. Go read that, kids. You might even hear your story in there. No, seriously. That book, to me, would be a good one. But I would also probably say The Compound Effect, which I don't have it on that shelf. It must be over here. Yeah. The Compound Effect. That's a good one because it's all about small, little incremental, little action steps. To me, it's not about like, what's this big plan that they could go after? No, it's like them understanding that those small little things add up over time, but they also need to know that they want to serve a market. They need to deliver good value to that market. They need to understand how to make offers, right? That's where my book, and I'm not just self-promoting myself here, but honestly, like, this book is all about like building an audience in your market, or at least getting reach in your audience or your market so you can make offers. And that's what I would say. So that and The Compound Effect, to be honest with you. Let's see. Oh, Salama, been member of BCA for a year. Best investment in my business ever. True accountability and moving things forward to get where you want to go. Iva, thank you for that. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you. Do you listen to any podcasts, follow anyone, and consume their work? I have kind of backed off on podcasts. I do listen. Actually, the one I'm listening to right now, which is kind of interesting. It's not about business. It's called Medical Medium, I believe it is. Let me see here. Yeah, it's the Medical Medium podcast with, what's his name? Andrew Williams, I think it is. And it's really about celery juice and stuff like that. So I'm not listening to any like business podcasts so much anymore. And again, it's one of those things that if I'm listening to 5 podcasts on business, I start hearing different things that people keep talking about, but also it can almost make you feel like you should try that, or maybe you should try this. So to me, it makes things more confusing in my head. Now, if I'm getting into Facebook ads, I might go over and listen to my buddy Rick Mulready, right? I'll listen to his podcast on Facebook ads or something like that. But no, I think we don't have to keep consuming so much content. Do I want you guys to listen to my podcast? Yes, I would love you to. But do I think that you need to listen to every single episode? No, I think you need to choose one that gets you fired up to take action, and then go take action, right? That's what it's all about. Karen says, Charles, once you get in, you will not want to leave. Let's see. Charles, the recent list building class was great. Awesome, Charles. I'm glad to hear that as well. And Kate, The Compound Effect, just like this one, the slight edge is amazing. Yes. And the other one, I think I talked about this, is tiny habits. So let's see here. Yeah. The tiny, small changes, habits that change everything. Love it. I love the cover too. And yeah, the reason why I like this is it's all about creating small little habits. I think I talked about this probably about 6 months ago now, how I incorporated a lot of these little mini tiny habits into my morning routine. One of them is I do 50 push-ups before I ever leave the bathroom. So basically, brush your teeth, push-ups, right? So you're going to brush your teeth every day. What can you plug in that will become a new habit? Tiny habit, push-ups, right? So just little things like that. Now I'm doing my celery juice. So every morning, when I get up, I do that, the 50 push-ups. I go out to the kitchen. I do my celery juice. I also prep it the night before. That's a tiny habit now. And then I drink it. Then I go on my walk. Then I come back. Then I shower. Then I come out. It's all built in. Tiny habits, compound effect. Those are the things that I always lean on because repetition, consistency, commitment, that's what gets results. And that's honestly what we do inside of BCA. I'm not, self-promoting, but I am because I'm a big believer on not complicating things, simplifying things, and just showing up and doing the work, right? Like, let's stop consuming so much darn content and let's start doing more, right? And I don't mean doing more like you got to work 20 hours a day. I mean, like, let's focus on an hour of concentrated work, right? You'll get way more done. And that's what we encourage in the academy as well. Octavio, BCA community and content has made all the difference. Scott and Chris definitely over deliver. And that's what keeps members around. Love it. Thank you, Octavio. And Octavio, it's funny. I was watching your video yesterday because I was going through this. We may need to update that. Your video, I think, was after you were in for like 2 weeks. And at that point, you were a raving fan. And here you are, like probably 6 months, 8 months later, however long it's been now. And you have just grown so much. It's almost like watching the video of the person on Biggest Loser where they record themselves the day that they go into the camp, right? And then at the end, when they lost 100 pounds, they see themselves and they see the message they shared to themselves, which, it's just really cool to see how much you've grown. So thumbs up, man. But yeah, we might need to update that video, but go check it out on the page. I put it up there as one of our member stories. Kate, I just finished Energy Bus. Yeah, Energy Bus is great. And I'm starting Exactly What to Say by Phil Jones. That's another good one. I got that actually out on I go through that about every 3-4 months. It's a good one, which I saw an ad on Scott's desk. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it was on my Sunday morning read. I'm totally consumer and realize I need to take action more than read another book. Yes. It's good to do that stuff, but man, you got to put it into action. I'll give you an example, Kate. So I was reading that book, and then immediately what I did, I went into a Facebook post and I wrote what I learned in that book. Like, so there's certain ways that you say things that can make people think differently just by rewording things. I took that lesson and immediately applied it. That's what I'm talking about. Read it, apply it, right? Don't read it and go, oh, that's neat. That's cool. Like, read it, apply it, right? Learn it, apply it. Okay. Are subs from ads less engaged than those consume your work and know you? Well, yeah. Okay. So if people are here on a coffee talk and they've been here for months, of course, I'm going to have a better relationship with them. Right. But that's where you need to build a relationship over time. But you need to put in the work then. So you need to show up for 50, 60 episodes on a podcast to get people to know, like, and trust you before they're going to buy from you. That's what I did. Okay. But now you can do it also just by showing up consistently. Like, I've been here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Actually, for the first 100, I did Monday through Sunday. Remember? Right. So it's all about showing up and being consistent no matter what you do. Okay. I read Tiny Habits. Amazing. I should be amazing with all these fantastic books I've read. The Take Action one is the best. Thank you. Appreciate that, Kate. Best advice you received from a mentor, parents. Oh boy, that's a good one. Well, I think there's two. I'll give you two. One of them isn't really on business. And I would say this would be my mother, who no longer is with us. She actually passed away. Some of you know, if you read my book, you'll know. She battled with alcoholism. She actually was a recovering alcoholic for over 20 years, mental illness, had a childhood which caused all of that. Great mother. She was sober for 20 years when she passed. Really looked up to her in that regard. But the one thing she taught me was just to be open and honest. Like, always be open and honest. Do not bottle things up. Just get it out with your partner, with your friends, with you guys. Like, be transparent. It will serve you well. And that was a lesson from my mother. My father would be more of work ethic, where he just showed up. He did an honest day's living, work. He worked 3 jobs sometimes to, pay for my mother's rehab. Like, there was a lot of stuff that he taught me just by doing, not even telling me, but by doing and me watching him. Okay. So those are 2 lessons from my parents. And I would say a mentor. Okay. So Pat Flynn is a good friend now, but he still is a mentor. But one thing that he said to me when I was going to do this rebrand, this is fresh. This is why I'm saying it. When I was doing the Rock Your Brand rebrand, I was struggling with it. I didn't really know. I was struggling. I was just like, man, I don't know. So I messaged him. I literally have the message. I should probably air it one day. And I basically just said, man, I'm kind of stumped. I'm not sure. I've got a name I think I want to roll with. Here's why. And I shared it with him. But before I shared it with him, he had said to me, in order to kind of understand, like, where am I going? Where do I want to go? And this was one thing that he had said to me, and this might help you as well, if you're ever at this point, because you're always going to be at these moments where there's a pivot moment, right? Like, you don't know, like, you think right now you're going to build your business for the next 20 years. You're going to build that business, and then things will change. Opportunities will happen. You'll learn, you'll grow, and then you'll pivot to a new thing. So always keep an open mind to that. But this was after the podcast was going around for like 5 years. And he said to me, Scott, let's take a step back. Let's say right now, 5 years from now, you walk into a coffee shop and you're up ordering your coffee, and 2 guys walk in behind you, or girls, doesn't matter, right? 2 people walk in behind you, and one person recognizes you and the other doesn't know who you are. What does that one person say about you? How do they describe you? Who are you? And I was like, that's interesting. Because right now they would say, and that was at the time, not so much now, they would say, that's Scott Volker. He runs a podcast called the Amazing Seller Podcast. He's an Amazon expert. He's the guy that teaches people how to sell on Amazon. That's what they would have said. That's not what I want people to say right now, right? I want people to be, oh, that's Scott Volker. He runs a podcast called Rock Your Brand. It's pretty awesome. And he helps people build brands so they can create a lifestyle business that gives them time and freedom. That's what I want them to say, right? So how do you do that? You got to start switching, and you got to start switching the messaging and the content. So if you go to the podcast now, you probably go to the past, 100 episodes. There might be 1 or 2 that talk about Amazon. Other than that, it's all about brand building. Right. So you have to make that decision. But that one little exercise that he shared with me, it was like, wow, that's yeah. So anytime that you ever are stuck in that point, you might want to ask yourself that question. You're at a coffee shop, you're ordering your coffee, 2 people walk in, one recognizes you, go, oh, there's Scott, or oh, there's Octavio. Oh, who's Octavio? Oh, he does this. What is this? Right. And that's a great exercise. So anyway, there's 2 lessons. 2 things, or not even lessons, just 2 things that I learned. So hopefully that helps. All right, cool. So I think that is going to wrap up this Friday Jam session. I will remind you guys that we are going to be open for enrollment for Brand Creators Academy, which is our private community of brand builders, brand creators, our tribe, as we call ourselves. If you're interested in joining us and you're listening to this on October 26th or any time before the 30th of October, you can go to brandcreators.com/join-BCA. And what that will do is it'll take you to a page that will allow you to enroll. All right. Now, if you're listening to this after that, you can still go to that page. It will still be a live page, but you won't be able to join until you submit an application, and then you'll need a private invite. So if you're at all interested, head on over there. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be back here Monday morning, and Monday morning, I believe, is going to be something about brand building, because Brand Creators Academy, I probably should talk about it, right? So there's some different things I want to talk about, but I also want to bring attention to the Academy. So we will be talking more on brand building on Monday. And also I'll be here to kick off your week and get it started on the right track. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, let me know. Take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day, night, weekend, whatever time it is. And yeah, keep at it. And good things will happen. All right. Remember, I'm rooting for you. Take care, guys. Bye. All right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that Friday jam session. And like I said in the beginning, if you want to attend one of our live Friday jam sessions, all you need to do is head on over to takeactioncrew.com. That is where we show up every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And you can join us. You can ask a question, and then I can answer it. And we can go ahead and also publish it here on the podcast. So once again, I just want to say thank you so much for listening. This is always one of the highlights of my week. And until next time, remember, I'm here for you. I believe in you, and I am rooting for you. But you have to, come on, say it with me. Say it loud, say it proud. Take action. Have an awesome, amazing day. And I'll see you right back here on the next episode. Now go rock your brand.